Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast in the fucking world with the shittiest audio but the most amazing content. Love that you all are listening to us, and we really appreciate it. So sit back and relax as we start this episode.
Hey, y'all, this is the Dinosaur.
And the Dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. Just wanted to say thank you all for the time that you've given us listening and the support, and how much we really appreciate you.
And all those stars. We really do appreciate you guys. And we're just happy that we have each other so that we can do this for you. If there's anything that you want to hear about, then let us know and we'll try to work it in.
That's right. Shoot us up, and don't forget to go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Thanks.
Okay, I don't know why you didn't come in hot anyway. I'm just saying.
I don't know why. Now we have to reenact all this stuff, but I'm going to leave the ball back.
Like I almost had an orgasm, y'all.
Yeah,
because I have on the headset and my mic and everything I can hear and he can hear, and it's great.
Right.
And he thought maybe I was trying out some sex toys.
Yeah, I took that as
Ooh, she getting it.
Yeah, like, oh man, somebody fumbled their hands and they turned on the mic before they wanted to. But
I was clicking my mouse. Excuse me.
I'll just be polite and sit quietly. Not say a word.
Just insert get it, girl, every once in a while.
I'll just sit polite.
That's funny.
Yeah, just sit polite and quietly, like any good partner sitting in the corner watching their partner get at it.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a minute. So
okay, cool. Yeah, so that's when we went through the holds to catch up with everybody else. That's when we started bouncing back and forth all the different names you could have, since there's a rabbit.
Yeah, I mentioned booger shooter.
They come out with a squirrel or a fennec fox, and it's like whatever small animal. And I said small animal, and somehow the next thing out of your mouth was booger shooter. I don't know what animal might be called that now, unless it's some animal in D&D.
I'm not talking about an animal.
Okay, so booger shooter. Yeah, I don't actually, even if I had a vagina, I don't know if I would use something called the booger shooter. Seems like that's a faulty equipment that I don't want around mine. Like I want it pleasuring. I don't want it depositing nasal trash. I don't want nasal trash in my vagina. That's a bumper sticker right there. That's a sticker you have on the vehicle. Right. I don't. Honk if you don't want nasal trash in your vagina.
Look, shit. We can't reach the depths of the internet, but I bet you I can reach the depths of 820.
Right. Yeah.
With the bumper sticker.
Well, hey everybody. This is the Dinosaur and the Dude, that podcast you've been listening to for a bit that sounded like trash. Now we're sounding a little bit better. Like, man, we thought for sure. Okay, again, this is the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast,
fair.
where our moniker is the only podcast in the world with the shittiest audio but the most amazing content. And I think we went hard in the paint.
Formed to that, I think, but we really did ourselves.
Yeah, we went hard in the paint with it last 2 episodes, and we were just fuck all abandoned as far as the audio.
So true.
You gotta have a decoder ring, and you gotta have your finger on that rewind a lot. Like you can't listen to it like a normal podcast. Like, I'm gonna take a trip and I'm gonna just have it play in the background and learn things. No, you're like, what the fuck did they say? Like, you're gonna get in a wreck, leaning your head to the speaker as hard as.
But we're not liable for that wreck.
No, we're not, because we have it in the disclaimer. This is only for entertainment. Now, if you're trying to listen to us in order to gain knowledge, that's on you. That's on you, and
We're real sorry that you found us.
that's why you got in the wreck. But in in whatever capacity possible, thanks for choosing us again to listen to us. And it's episode
Yeah.
8 in season 2.
I'm
So
not sure we
thanks
can
for,
trust your judgment, but good for you for being here.
however you're here, we expect it, that you're going to just listen to it. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, what the fuck? They're still
I
talking
just
about,
lost like 2 hours of my life.
they're still talking about vibrators. I'm going to go. Because you
It's
probably
relevant.
found us, yeah, you probably found us because you were like looking for new content to listen to that fit in the categories that you are really into. And unfortunately,
Oh,
there's no
yeah. Well,
categories out there that
no.
really sums up what we're talking about. So the best I could do when I was like doing some of them was, and if you think if you think we should switch, just let me know. But I was thinking, mental health, we talk about that.
Hmm, hmm,
Social issues, we talk about that.
hmm.
Um, and then there was a third one. There was something else. It was like mental health, social issues, and it was something else. It was
Pre-gaming
yeah, right.
and booger shooters.
It's a whole podcast on how to pregame.
Right. This is
Um,
how you do it. Oh man, there's this guy on TikTok. He's fucking hilarious. He talks he talks about like walking people through their episodes, and
yeah.
he calls them astronauts.
Oh
It's so
wow.
funny.
No, we're not that high skilled, but yeah, we talk about a lot of different things. If you're new, we talk about a lot of different things. One of them being mental health. I mean, we're not mental health experts, nor do we really
No,
specialize in that. It's
I
just
have
something
mental
that
health.
it's just something that we bring up from time to time, and it comes up as a topic from time to time. We touch on it maybe every other episode. Uh, and we do talk a lot about social issues or things that happen that are going on or reflective of, in some way or another, tied in with society. So can't get around that. That's that's a pretty good call. Yeah, we do talk about social issues. Um, and then, we're entertainment. At some way or another, it all comes back to that. We're entertainment. So I think that's a
Hopefully,
nice.
I mean
I think,
that's the
yeah,
goal.
right. But to us, we are
Yeah,
to
no, I
ourselves.
was listening to the last episode. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Once I got used to that whole like
yeah,
phone voice kind of
mhm,
thing, both of us
yeah,
sounded like we've been smoking for 40 years, like
right.
continually.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it was, I
unfiltered.
was like,
Yeah,
fuck, we are funny.
yeah. I mean, to ourselves, we're hilarious. But
Right.
is it everyone's
Cup of
cup of
tea.
tea? I don't know.
I'm
And
not,
honestly, I don't fucking care. So
maybe.
we don't really fashion the show to fit. My point is, we don't fashion the show to fit a type of category or a demographic. If you get something out of it, great. If you don't, okay, cool.
Right.
Uh, but in
We're
any
not
case,
expecting to win any podcast awards. We're just
no,
saying.
we're not. No, we're
I
not.
mean, if
We're
we
not at
did that,
all.
that would fucking rock. But
We're not at all. If we were up for one, I'd probably see about giving it back. Like, look, hey,
y'all system is broken. This is a joke.
someone, yeah, whoever told you this, they're punking you. They really thought, let's see how far we can go with this, and
They
they're
must
laughing
do a
now.
lot of drugs.
Yeah,
A lot of drugs.
and by drugs, I mean they made it up themselves. Like they just mix them. I think this will go good together. Was how this drug they made. Just fire them is what I'm trying to tell you. But all that being said, that's a good place to put in our disclaimer. So listen
That's
really
right.
closely to this
Listen up,
disclaimer,
guys.
because we're going to talk about things that we don't know shit about, but we're going to
And it
talk
may
about it in a
involve
way.
shame. Like we may
Right,
be ashamed that we're talking about it. So
right,
here
right.
you go. Just listen
Oh,
to this just real quick.
yeah. Okay, everyone, before we get started into this episode, uh, whatever we might be talking about might be triggering. So here's the warning. Just be mindful of what we are saying is definitely something that we're not trying to trigger you on, but just some of the topics might be a little iffy in regards to,
Sensitive.
yeah. Exactly. That's the word I was trying to say.
Fragile, delicate.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you are. It's just that some of the content might
No,
trigger somebody in a certain
it's
way.
offensive. We get it.
We talk about different things that happen to people that could be assaults, or somebody could be killed or
We do
chased,
try to give
or
trigger warnings though, so I'll give you
yeah,
the quick disclaimer.
yeah. So
Um,
you all listen to her. The dinosaur is going to go over the disclaimer because I can't, because I don't give a fuck. She cares way more. She cares way more than I do, even though she'll say the opposite. So you all
that's
just
true.
listen to the disclaimer. It's here for your benefit. Here's the dinosaur. Also, everything that we're saying in our episodes, unless we state otherwise, is all for entertainment. And there's no there's nothing that we're giving away as advice, or of a matter of fact that you should go out in the world and do your own thing. We're basically saying we're not responsible for whatever fuck ups you experience after listening to us and trying to do whatever the fuck we're talking about. That's on you. Okay. All right. Now she'll finish out the rest of the disclaimer.
Um, we don't know shit, and we don't try to say that we know shit. We like the internet, and it likes us, so we play together sometimes. But don't take anything that we say to heart. Don't take it as the gospel. Don't take it as an expert of any kind, because we don't know shit. We just like to hang out and with y'all and talk about goofy shit or funny shit or scary shit or real shit or whatever shit. And
It's just all shit. Yeah.
it's all shit with the audio shit, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah.
that's our moniker.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if we know that we're going to offend you, so we get that. At some point we will offend somebody, and if we do, we're sorry. Find another podcast. Not that we don't want you here. It's just that if we're going to be in the habit of offending you, then we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, um,
Yeah.
but if you're not 18, please don't listen to this.
Mm.
And I think that might be it.
All right. So
Okay, you've been schooled.
this is going to be one of the hot episodes where we're just talking about stuff right off the top. We did not uh, prep
I
each other.
pre-gamed, but I didn't prepare. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. We didn't prep each other on, hey, you want to talk about this? Hey, you want to talk? Hey, because we kind of want to be buttoned up sometimes and have some sort of idea what we're going to talk about. But every
Sometimes you just
once in
got
a
to let her
while,
go, you know?
yeah, yeah, every once in a while, we want to have just hot take episodes. And here we go. This one, we're going to do it. And we're going to start off in our typical fashion with, you know, the wellness. I always say wellness check,
The
but
welderly.
yeah, yeah.
We're going to
The
do the
welderly,
welderly.
the welderly, which sounds like a fantasy medieval realm, and it kind of
Right,
feels
right.
like it is. It feels like it is sometimes. It's like y- think of a fantasy medieval realm where there's really capable people that could run it, but the the old decrepit matriarch and patriarch are still
Mhm.
grasping on, and you're like, God damn it, stop. Just let go of the reins. You guys are fucking it up. That's what the Welderly is. So, well, how about we just start with you?
Okay.
How's things been with you? And I know you got a huge update. I'm just dying to hear more about, and I'm sure the other six people
Yeah, we appreciate you
in
speaking
India
it out.
are as well.
So, hey, surprise, guess what?
But
It's not cancer.
shut up.
No, the bone biopsy came back negative. The lung biopsy came back negative, and
Stop.
they said even though it presents as a lymphoma on a PET scan, you have sarcoidosis. Sarcoidosis. It's an autoimmune disease, so that's
So
not fun. But I will take it over
so
cancer.
wait.
Yay!
So wait. Back up. Push it in slowly. Now, when last we talked, it was pretty much. I mean, even the chick with the 15 years
hmm
was saying which, you know what? I mean, I know you're all about like, hey, just tell it to me, shoot it to me straight. But okay, cool.
But that's a bit
But
much.
I mean, but exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that's cool for a patient to say. I still think there's some sort of bedside manner, if you will, that everybody in medicine needs to have a certain degree of. Now, if you're sitting there with your 15 years, I would think that you have 15 years to work on your bedside manner. And by that time, if the top of your game is, hey, look, I've been doing this for 15 years, and it,
That's
it
cancer.
it looks like, yeah, not just that cancer, but let me tell you the flavor of cancer you got. Let
Right, and let me show you where it is. That's cancer, that's cancer, that's cancer, that's cancer, that's cancer. But honestly, I see where
and
you're
then
going with this, but
and
I
then
really
follow it
do.
up.
I appreciated the candor, and even
Yeah.
though it was incorrect, she prepared me for something that I needed to be prepared for.
No, absolutely. I think so as well. I think though, I think that your case though proves how, hey, somewhere in those 15 years, you might want to really be positive about that before you're just looking at dots on a screen and making a conclusion and then
Right,
stating it as if that conclusion
we're a
is
fact.
fact.
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
I
that's
get
where I'm
that.
looking at it. That's where I'm looking at it like, okay, I've seen this for 15 years and that smudge looks exactly like this type of cancer.
Right.
I haven't done a biopsy. I haven't done any kind of
I don't know
scan.
shit.
I haven't
I haven't
even,
even done the biopsy yet, like, even
I haven't,
performed it.
right. I haven't licked it to see if it's too much salt on that. I'm just saying that's what that is. And then I'm going to look at you and say, that's what that is. And then you go through this whole thing. Now, to your, and I'm just projecting myself as if I am you. And if I'm wrong, tell me, yeah, I wasn't that way at all. Stop fluffing it. So if I'm that person that she's telling that to, I'm like, fuck, okay, well, and it was lymphoma, right? Just she
Yeah,
was telling you, yeah.
yeah.
If I'm that person, I'm like, fuck, okay, okay, all right, cool. I appreciate you telling me that. Okay, fine. Now in my head, I'm like, all right, well,
Oh
shit,
my god,
she's
oh my
got,
god, oh my god, oh my god, oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, shit, keep it cool. All right, she's got 15 years, and she's saying it's lymphoma, and I told her,
Right.
shoot it to me straight, and she
She
the fuck
she
just
sure as
did.
fuck did. She
So,
sure fucking
okay,
did.
all right, cool. All right, that's what I got. And she just told me that if I had to get cancer, it's the best one
That's the
to
best
get.
one to get. Yeah. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah.
Good thing it's
No, no,
not
I'm
like a,
with you. I get
it's
that
like, and
completely.
so you, and so now just me being a fuck around dick. I'm just like, all right, all
What?
right, so, all right, so great. I got lymphoma cancer. Uh, Apparently, it's like somebody just got a shotgun shell full of lymphoma pellets and just shot it into my body. It's all over the place. It's in my bone. It's in my marrow. It's in the blood. It's in my lungs. I got tumors. It's for far as they're
I don't
saying,
I don't know that it was in my blood. It was in my lymph node system.
it's just spreading everywhere.
But right, right, right.
It's my whole body. There's not a part in my body that's not got a speck of cancer
Dramatic.
in it.
Good lord.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I'm to me, that's where my head's at when someone's saying, I've looked
Okay.
at these scans for 15 years and it's just all over in your body. But
Right. Well, no, I mean, she was
fortunately for
showing me
you,
that there's tumors. They're benign because they're inflammation, but,
right. But I mean, at that time, did you know that?
um,
Because this is how
well,
time
I know
travel
that
works.
I've had, I've had chronic inflammation for quite a long time.
Right. Now,
Um,
pause. This is
yeah.
where, this is where, this is where in our timeline, this is where we were last episode for everybody just not listening. It was, you were talking about how you've had the chronic inflammation, and you even talked about in the last episode that it might be what you're now finding out it
That it
is.
is.
But my point is that was a long mental mind fuck
Oh,
to
for sure.
get to this point, because all the stuff prior was like, it's cancer. It's cancer. Yep,
Cancer.
we
It's
ran the
cancer.
scan. We
Mm-hmm.
ran the scan. It's cancer.
We
As a
did the
matter of
thing.
fact, it's lymphoma. And now we're going to do this. We're going to dig in your hip. Now we're going to go down your esophagus, and we're going to go in your lung because it's cancer. And we're going to see what kind of cancer it is. And these cancer tumors, we're going to go ahead and get that and figure that out. And so we're going to let you know. And then you go through all that shit, which is awesome to sleep with. And you go through all that shit to find out, yeah,
Hey,
it's
guess what?
yeah,
Hey, guess
exactly.
what? I bet you didn't know something I'm going to tell you.
It's like now that all the tests have come back to positively say, yeah, nah, it's not. Yes, I can't help but think, yo, thanks for the fire drill.
You know what? I'm just grateful. I'm just
No,
grateful. I'm
yeah,
just
you
grateful.
gotta be. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so grateful.
I'm not scratching that out of out of the emotional grab back either. Yeah, you're
No, but
definitely
it's. I
grateful.
mean, it was traumatizing
You're
in
definitely grateful, but I
more
mean,
ways
like
than what
last
I.
episode. Like last episode, you were like, I just want to know. I just want to know. I just want
Right.
to know. And I totally get that. And then you had a
Yeah.
rug pull prior.
It was a ball
And
buster.
yeah, you had a rug pull prior. And you're like, God damn it. Now I'm back to still wanting to know. And
Yep.
now you had another major rug pull, honestly, where you're like, hey, all that you were kind of pulling your hair out about cancer, it's not. It's really
It's
inflammation.
right.
But it kind of looks like cancer. And those are probably still tumors, but they're not cancer. What?
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of, and I found that out today. So
Yes.
instead of
And what
um,
is it again?
sarcoidosis.
So Scarducci? No, that's the guy. That's the guy.
No,
Sorry.
that
That's the
yeah.
guy.
Let me just. So
Scar
it's sarcoidosis. So scar,
sarcoidosis.
SAR,
Sar uh-huh.
coid,
Cool.
COID,
Okay.
OSIS.
Okay.
OSIS.
Okay. So SARS. Got it. Wow. Wow.
That
Mm.
escalated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yeah, the
no.
escalator
Okay.
brought it back down. So what does this all mean?
So it means that I've always had chronic inflammation in my joints, in
Mm-hmm.
my neck, my knees,
Mm-hmm.
mostly my neck, my knees, my neck, well, my whole back, my hips, and
Are
my
you are
ankles.
you are you are you speaking in lyrics right now? Because isn't this that song? It is.
Oh. Ah, my neck.
Yeah. Thought that's what you were doing at first. I was like, "Are you fucking with me right now?"
Unfortunately, it didn't end the way that song did, but
Right, right, right,
felt like
right.
something else happened to the crack.
Holy
Um,
shit! How it started and how it ended. Okay, so yeah, you've had inflammation
yeah,
throughout a
but
majority
I
of your
never
life.
had. I mean, inflammation in my joints is one thing.
Hmm.
Inflammation in your organs
Yeah,
is
that's crazy.
something completely different.
Yeah, what does
Because
that even mean?
I mean, arthritis in your if it's just contained to your joints, you can take arthritis medicine. If it's contained all
Right.
over your fucking body, I
Yeah.
mean, unless it's cancer and they get it at the right time and everything is gone and you're totally fine in all the
Right.
areas,
Right.
I mean, you're gonna
So
have some fallout.
yeah. So it's not cancer. It's I'm shortening it. I know. I know. For everybody that's jumping in and is like, "Hey,
Sarcoidosis. I'll say it for you. Just say
okay,
sarcoidosis. I
cool.
don't want to
I'll
confuse people.
pause. I'll
Yeah.
pause and you say it. So every time I
Okay.
pause, you just say it, even if we're not
Yep.
talking about it from now on.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah,
so
sarcoidosis.
right.
You're welcome.
So it's not cancer. It
No.
is,
Sarcoidosis.
and so it can apparently it can
It
spread
can
throughout your body.
yes. And it's most commonly from what I understand, most commonly found in the liver, I think it is.
The
The bone
sarcoidosis
marrow, sarcoidosis, yeah, is
is found
found
in the
in the
huh.
liver, the bone marrow, the lungs, the eyes,
Fuck.
and the brain.
I don't know why they
And a
got me.
coworker of mine, so one of the vendors that I work with really closely,
Yeah.
um, I called him and I said, "Hey, like I apologize. I totally screwed the pooch on this, and
Yeah.
I'm going to fix it. But I'm sorry, I made the mistake." And I
Uh-huh.
said, I've had a lot of stuff going on, and he was like, we're kind of friendly. So he was like, "Well, is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just having some medical stuff." And he goes, "I just went through that too." And I was like, "Yeah, it's not fun." And he goes, "Yeah, it's pretty scary sometimes." And I said, "Well, I'm trying to figure out if I have cancer and or if it's sarcoidosis." And he was like, "Really?" Because about 6 months ago, I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis, which is
Oh, God.
your inflammation of your fucking brain tissue.
Oh, oh, because I was going to say neural, I was thinking nerves. And see, again, everybody, please listen to the disclaimer because I was about to say, wow, your
Maybe it's
nerves are swollen?
maybe he said neuro sarcoidosis.
Neurosarcoidosis. So
Yeah, that's what it's called.
neurosarcoidosis.
Neuro sarcoidosis. I guess
So your
neural would be your veins, right?
yeah, so your brain is so it's not just and again, I'm just layman as fuck here. So it's not just like the stereotypical brain swelling. This is a specific type of brain swelling that can be
Right.
tagged in as being the neurosarcoidosis type. I'm getting pretty good at saying it if I can pat myself on the back
Sarcoidosis,
here.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So this stuff can, man. I,
It kind of rules
I
the body.
mean,
It's an autoimmune disease, so it just goes. It once it's activated for some. I mean, I could have said a special word combination
mhm.
and it activated. Who fucking knows? But it once it activates, it's like it's trying to attack you, like you're being attacked by your own body. My body is attacking me, and there's no there's no there's no definitive way to say, well, this is why we think it started, or this is you know, what happened, or how long is it, have you had it, or nothing. But
So
thank God I found it.
well, yeah, there's that whole aspect of it. Hey, yeah, great. Glad you found it. I mean, there's that
And it
whole
can,
thing.
it wreaks havoc on your body. So
Yeah,
what
that's
they,
what I was going to ask you. It's like, so what does that mean in regards to body function? If you, my whole question is, okay, if there's, because people understand arthritis
it's from
and
a
your joint,
movie. You saying
huh?
there's something wrong with my junk?
Yes, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, there's certain things that people want their body to swell in certain ways, right? But no one is like really
Fair.
sitting back. Yeah, no one's really sitting back going, dude, I
Damn,
really,
if my
I
brain could
really
grow
want
bigger.
to take that pill that gets my pancreas really big. I want that shit. No one's really saying that. But then if you get the sarcoidosis there, you
Hmm.
you you have, people know about arthritis and the swelling in the joints. But when you have something that can swell your organs and like you were saying it's in your marrow,
My bone marrow.
how the fuck does that even work? I mean, that's my
I
question.
have
Yeah,
no idea.
that's my question. It's like, okay, so I mean, I would be just looking at the doctor like, you have to explain this. What happens if my bone marrow is swelling? What does that mean? Because my bones, I feel like my bones aren't going to be able to keep up. And
I think they
so
like their marrow. I
does
think
that,
the marrow's
yeah,
their
well,
friend.
sort of, so like for me though, that means like, okay, if there's something in my bone marrow that's swelling my bone marrow, does that then make my bones kind of
I wondered, and I
brittle
asked if
or
I could have a
suspect?
bone density test. I
Right.
asked the oncologist that today, and he said, "No, not necessarily, but I'm gonna talk to my primary care,
No,
who
yeah,
is
no.
an internist. He's an internal medicine doctor.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Because at this
he gets
particular
the
point,
innards, you know. If I need to end up
yeah,
having it, he'll tell me. And
at this
he's not
particular
shy
point,
about it.
at this particular point, fuck everybody else.
Well,
Because
he's been my doctor for fucking
no, not the internal guy.
25
Yeah,
years. Oh, okay.
be the with the internal person. Yeah, sure. But everybody else, like, no, not necessarily. Anybody that says that at this particular point, fuck them, because you already dealt with them, and
Right,
you
fuck
were
you.
dealing with
You don't
them
tell
with
me
the
what to
whole.
do.
Well, you've been dealing with it with the whole cancer thing. You've been like, okay, I'm gonna go with okay, yep, 15 years strong. Yep, okay, cool. Yep, okay. So cancer's in this and cancer's in that. Okay, it's not. Okay, so what do we do? You don't really have to. You don't really have to worry about the bone
Oh my
marrow that's swelling up. I
dude, that's
mean,
the thing. If you
eh,
want cringeworthy stories, I got you. Okay.
like,
Yesterday,
yeah.
the neurologist calls. So, okay, the day before yesterday, I was at work
Okay,
and I had a telehealth follow up with the neurologist.
love those.
Okay, great. Not neurologist. I'm sorry. Fucking hell. The pulmonologist. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
looking at my screen and it says neurosarcoidosis.
You
So
can just say one of the ologists, and I'll
I should
believe
just
whatever
put
the fuck.
puppies, pictures of
I'll I'll
puppies up there.
I'll believe whatever the fuck you say. I mean, neurologist, oncologist,
So
pulmonologist,
the pulmonologist, I had an appointment with him. So the telehealth, they're supposed to call me and they don't.
yeah,
And I know that sometimes they run over.
sure. Mhm,
So I just went back to work and did my shit. And I get a
mhm,
call like 2.5 hours later, and it's a physician's assistant that I have no
mhm.
fucking idea where this bitch came from.
Right.
Out, I mean, their office staff is absolute garbage. It is
Yeah,
a fucking dumpster fire.
they tend to
And
be.
they
Mm.
I have never had an office staff be this fucking incompetent, and it's amazing to me that they still have their fucking jobs.
Tell it.
Because I
Tell
not
it.
get it. The actual doctor, like
Mhm,
they're whatever. The
mhm.
actual guy,
Specialist. Mhm.
specialist,
Oh my god.
he's he's pretty arrogant. He's
They
kind of a
tend to
dick.
they tend to be. They tend to be.
Yeah, well, that's fair. They can be, which really sucks whenever you're trying to find out information and they're hesitant about giving information.
Mhm.
And so whenever you do get information, it's like a whole fucking lot of information,
Yeah.
like, oh, you're here for you. Oh, okay. They think that it might be, well, it is, oh, oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Mm,
So
mm,
this lady gets on the phone and I said, well, where's the doctor? And,
mhm.
um, she said, well, I'm going to take care of this appointment for him. And I said, okay.
Okay.
So she goes,
What does
and
that
why are you
mean?
following up with us? And I said, well, I need to get the biopsy of
Oh my god.
the, the, I need to get the results of the lung biopsy.
Yeah.
And I thought that this was what it's about. And she was like, oh, okay. And did you do that at this one facility? And I said, yes. And she goes, huh, well, who ordered it?
Oh
And I
my god.
said,
No
your
way.
doctor ordered it. And she goes, oh, hang on just a second. And she looked at the labs, she supposedly looked at the labs, looked at the biopsy report, the pathology report. And she goes, yeah, so what I'm seeing here is I think everything looks good. You're good to go. And if you have any worsening symptoms, then just give us a call. I
Wait,
was like,
what?
what? Wait, what?
Huh?
I
No way.
said, what does the biopsy say?
No way.
What
Repeat
is
yourself, ma'am. Like what the
right?
wait, did you read my report?
I'm like,
Or
I don't
you
even know if she found where the files were.
that
I
sounds
mean,
like
she was
everything that was on a
completely clueless.
Post-it note.
So, right. So I kind of
What
told
the
her, I was
fuck?
like, look, here's the thing. The doctor's supposed to be in here. This is important. I need to know if you're going to go and get him. And she said, well,
Yeah,
he can't come right now. And I said, what I want you to do is ask him these
yeah.
questions and either have him call me back or you need to call me back. She goes, I will call you
That's
back. I promise I will call
yeah.
you back either today or tomorrow morning, first thing. Well, the next afternoon, yesterday afternoon,
Oh
the
my
pulmonologist himself called me And or actually, he had somebody dial the phone, and this is how arrogant he is. He had somebody dial the phone because he
Hold
couldn't
on.
look at my number.
Hold on.
He didn't. He just doesn't
Hold
do
on.
that.
Hold on.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god. I have to digest that. Little child. Little child. Yes. Yes. The one I took out of elementary school, child labor. Yes. Here's my phone. Hold it up. So I can put my thumb on it. Now, now dial this number for me. Mm. Hmm. Good. I hate dialing. I hate
Seriously, I
dialing.
mean, my God, what a he. I'm going to be switching pulmonologist because I really do think that he is too arrogant
Yeah. Yeah.
to have that shitty of an office
I, so
mess. And it
yeah.
actually it makes sense, but that that if he were shitty, that his office staff would be shitty too. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
if he can do the job, if I can find a specialist that'll do the job and like put in the brain power to review it,
Hmm.
then yeah, I'll put up with some shitty office people. Cool. Fine.
So, this is a genuine question here. So, at this particular point, are you are you just scrapping everybody? Like, I know you were just saying, "Hey, I'm going to be looking for a new pulmonologist specialist guy."
Pulmonologist, right?
You just scrap everybody because the
No,
people
and
that
here's
you've
the
been
reason
having
why.
around you is more so cancer focused. So, are there
Well,
some
the
sort of new?
oncologist, are you talking about the medical team?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Because
I guess the
the
medical team and
oncologist, this particular oncologist is also a hematologist, which specializes in sarcoidosis.
fuck. Okay,
So he
never
does
mind.
both. So I'm not going
Jesus
to get rid of him.
Christ.
And I already told him last time, he said, because I told him last time that I was there,
Uh huh.
whenever I got the bone biopsy results, I said,
Right.
hey, uh, I'm going to be switching pulmonologist. And he was like, why don't you like this person? And he said, I don't know this person. I've never dealt with them before, but why don't you like him? And I said, well, he's really arrogant and his office staff is his office staff is complete trash. And
Right.
he was like, oh, okay, well, do you want me to refer you to one now? And I said, no, please, because I need this jackass. I know he's capable of doing it, but I
Right.
need this jackass to go in and do a bronch on me and get a piece of my lung. And he was like, right, because since your bone biopsy came negative, we have to get one of your lung. And I was like, right, exactly. I don't want to start over because you got to
Yeah.
go and have your initial visit. And then they're going to
Right.
need to study the case file
True.
because they're
Yeah.
not going to be able to have me go do another PET scan for them and the people that they like or blah, whatever. So it
Yeah.
would be a liability taking me on. But yeah, he was like, okay, no problem. We'll get the lung biopsy and
Right.
then we'll see what that says and then we'll switch pulmonologists. And I said, okay. I said, refer me to somebody. And he said, okay. So I'm going to give him one shot
Wow.
to give me someone that's local to me.
Uh
And if
huh.
that doesn't work, I'm going to go to, there's a, like a teaching hospital
Okay.
in where, near where I live.
Okay.
And, my friend has a pulmonologist that is there. And she said that this person is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like an hour and 15 minutes from me.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, let me just tell you this. If I have to drive, if I have to drive
Uh huh.
100 over, oh no. Mm-mm. If I have to drive over an hour, I'm
Yeah.
disgusted right now. Oh, gross. If I had to drive over an hour and pay money to do so, like
Mm-hmm.
give somebody money once I get there,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just like not go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm in DFW and DFW traffic is some fucking shit.
You know, it's a
I mean, there are worse
it's
places in Texas, my God.
yeah. I mean, you could be in
Houston makes me
California.
want to kill
You
myself.
could be in California. In California, your mind, you're just doing frontier medicine on the freeway. If you're in California, you're just like, okay. I'm never getting. I have to plan ahead 4 hours and get on the road
Right.
4 hours ahead of what I need to be because
Right.
it's not that
No.
far away. It's just that's how fucked up traffic is.
Right. I
And
could
so
walk
if
there and
you
probably get there faster.
right, and so yeah, you're figuring out how to do fucking biopsies in between
Right. And I didn't
exits.
want to start over and have to go up there,
Yeah.
to the pulmonologist and then back again for the test and
Well,
back again for just save some time.
well,
So, but so
remind me to well, and if you don't, I'll write it down.
you want me
I'll,
to remember something?
yeah,
That
yeah,
is absolutely
yeah,
adorable, the amount of
yeah,
faith that you have in me.
hey,
Wow.
yeah, I want to include you in the opportunity and like, hey,
Appreciate it. You could have just told me that you included me and I would have been
yeah,
like,
right.
"Oh, thank
Oh,
you."
you did? Oh, you did? Thanks.
I remember that now. Okay.
Yeah, right, right. I'm gonna send you a link on medical shit that'll do nothing. It will do nothing but piss you off. But I want to send it to you anyway.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, I want to send it to you anyway. But sounds like amazing roller coaster.
Yes, and I have a
I
treatment
am
plan.
I am glad that you are on the more
Hopefully the mend ish.
yeah, I was trying to figure out the best way to say it, but I'm glad
Look,
you're on
this bitch
the
ain't
more
ever gonna be perfect. Okay, not like
yeah,
straight out of the box
yeah, that's
perfect.
what I was getting at. It's like I'm glad that you're on the more positive side
Right.
of what the outcome is, and you're now really getting to a here's what it is, like we were talking about in previous episodes where you just want to know, you just want to
Right.
get the right information. I I'm glad that you're finally getting to a point where you're getting that information and not feeling like you're just being dangled all these what ifs and maybes and it
Well,
seems like and we got to
I'll
scrape the
say
inside of your lung and all this bullshit just to figure it out.
once this guy, my oncologist, he's kind of awkward. He's socially awkward, but he's fucking hella smart. And he has kind of a hard time like really connecting with people
Right.
because he didn't focus on that growing up. Obviously, he focused on science, and he's very
Yeah.
good at what he does.
Yeah.
So,
Good with science, not
um,
people.
yeah, I mean, he shakes hands. I feel like I'm shaking the hand of a dead fish. It's just kind of
Oh,
like,
fish
oof.
hand. God damn it, fish hand. I can't
It's just
stand
like kind
fish
of
hand.
stiff, but there.
Oh, this fish hand? Oh, the floppy jelly
Mm-mm.
fish hand is the worst, but okay.
But his hand dangles. It's the
Mm,
weirdest thing.
mm.
It's almost like he's gay, but he's not.
Yeah, what? Hold on, because all it's gonna be just me laughing over you, and you can probably say something serious, and I'm gonna be laughing still. Oh my god, it's like he's almost gay, but he's not.
But he's
And if you
not.
listen, and if you listen to the previous episodes, we're not talking about that kind of gay. Okay, we're
What,
not.
gay for the
We're talking,
stay?
we're talking about the more current definition of gay, not the Dickens gay, which is kind of funny when you say Dickens gay. And
I mean, we're not saying they weren't happy, but it's just not.
yeah,
It wasn't
and
considered.
you say Dickens gay, and you're trying to also make that reference to what the gay definition is now. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's kind of like a wet blanket, but
that made it worse. God damn it. No, go back to being almost gay. God damn.
he's kind of like a wet blanket, but he's just a little moist. He's not like full on
He's not
soaked.
full on wet. He's not something I want to run through a fire with. He's not fully committed. I want full wet. I want full wet blanket. Not this partial blanket that's kind of not on the corners. Okay.
Oh yeah, no.
Fucking moist blanket. Give me full wet. I want the wetness. I want
so
drippy blanket.
so
Drippy blanket.
I started the steroids today.
Yeah, so you got the steroids, says my
Yeah, and
mom.
I'm kind of a little afraid because
Steroids.
I'm an aggressive
Yeah.
I'm an aggressive
Right. So
person.
you just breaking cups all over the place and bending spoons.
Look, I
I
well, I
want
just started it
coffee.
today.
Oh, I want coffee.
I'm doing like Hulk slams and shit.
Right. Right.
Food now.
Mailbox broken. I just want to send this package. Ah! Yeah. Wow.
Um,
So how long you got
So
to do that? You know?
he said months. It'll be months.
Cool.
I
Well,
got to take
that's great.
steroids every
That's great.
fucking day, and it's not a little steroid.
No, no, they're never little. They're never little. They're always these
I mean,
big,
it's like
big long
it's a higher
ovals,
dose.
like
But you
big
know what?
long
Oh
ovals.
my god, we're so on the same cadence that we're talking and not talking, talking and not talking.
Yeah, I
I'm
love
so
it.
sorry.
No, I love it. That's how
I love
that's
the
how in
chaos. If
sync
people
we
can
are.
listen to us and actually understand what the fuck we are talking about, because neither one
No,
of us will shut up for 2 seconds.
no, no. I think though we're more so this episode because we're kind of sort of excited about the results of what you
Oh
got.
yeah, I'm totally pumped. Are you kidding me? I could paint a house right now. Then no problem. Let's go.
Or it's cocaine, whatever. It's
No, but I did get a good hefty pregame going. So
yeah. All
um,
right. Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay, hold on just a
great.
second. Let me finish this up because fucking
Oh,
hell, I've taken forever. You're like, it's been finished. Okay.
oh, yeah.
Know
No.
about it.
Oh, but there's more. Go ahead.
um, so I'm I may come I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't
Um,
know either. That's
you
the
may hear
pregnant part of it.
adventures of me and my roid rage because I'm a competitive person by nature. And I used to
Uh
be able
huh.
to get my aggression out by playing roller derby.
Uh
And since
huh.
I can't play roller derby anymore,
Uh
I
huh.
get all this pent up aggression in me.
Uh huh.
And I've been really stressed out lately. So
Okay.
now they're putting steroids on top of that.
Yeah.
I might, she's going to kick me out of the house.
Okay.
So I'll try to be good. I'm going to be just trying to be real good.
I mean, can long walks help?
Yes, and my ass needs to get out and walk. I haven't done a fucking thing because they're like, "Oh, you could have cancer.
Yeah. No.
Well,
No.
you got a collapsed lung."
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm genuinely asking. It's like, can you put it into like long form?
Are you fucking kidding me? I play roller derby. I didn't play no fucking
No.
wall mock the USA. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like
I
with
guess I got to start slow, right?
yeah, yeah, really, yeah. Find your limits and then know where to expand from there, as opposed to,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
hey, yeah,
I
I'm
just
eight
have
miles out.
one question though.
hmm
Can you have your mom send me those exercises that she does?
I will send you the picture myself
I need
because
to
those
know.
are in case you
I need
get
to know what
dizzy.
to do.
In case you get dizzy. Wow. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm genuinely happy for you. It took me a bit to know how to be happy for you, if that makes sense, because I didn't know like, okay, I mean, it's good that it's not cancer.
Cancer.
I
Right.
mean, but like, is this also something that is not as bad, but just as bad?
It's going
But
to be
I
a pain in
feel,
the ass either way, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Right.
I feel like it's treatable. I feel it sounds like it's more treatable with positive results than the question mark of treatment with cancer.
Right.
Does that make
Well, and
sense?
sarcoidosis, there's no cure for it, but
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
treat it. And herbal medicine really helps like get your body back to nature and calm it down.
sure. Yeah, and I think what I'm what I'm getting at with that is though, like you can be on you can be on certain treatments for cancer, and you're still hoping that it it recedes, it goes down, the tumor.
Mhm.
You don't the you got treatments, but there's still question marks in regards to how effective or how the body will respond with those treatments. And I'm sure with
Right.
sarcoidosis you do as well, but it sounds like there's more definitive proof of the types of treatment working than it would be if it was cancer.
Right.
Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
he said that the first thing that we'll do is the steroids. And then
hmm
he'll check me in 6 weeks
Yeah.
and then I don't
See
know
how
if
your
they're
body
gonna, like,
responds.
do another if it's just by blood markers that they're figuring this
Yeah.
out, if they can determine, or if they're gonna have
Yeah.
to do another PET scan and see where
Yeah.
I'm at. I don't know what's gonna happen, but,
hmm
um, I said, "Are we gonna, check after some time and see, if it's helped?" Or,
Yeah.
because I still have a collapsed lung. And he
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Don't
and
forget
he
about that. Jesus.
he was like, "Okay, yeah, that's right." And and I said, I mean, I need to be able to breathe, please.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I
So,
mean,
but
I'm
what do we need to
happy.
do? I mean,
I'm happy,
is
but hey, let's not forget about me breathing.
right, right. Like I want to be able to yell and scream. Unfortunately, I don't have the energy in my lungs. So,
Yeah. Now, is that what they were? Is that pretty much a? Is it pretty much a? Hey, you're tired and you don't have the energy and you're exhausted because you have a collapsed lung. It's not anything else. It's pretty much, hey, your oxygen intake is kind of handicapped, so that's why a lot of this stuff is really laborious at this point.
mhm, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, so I
my
was
body's
figuring.
just tired.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. See,
And
makes
my
sense.
glucose is shot up, and I
Mhm.
don't understand why. This happened whenever I fell.
Yeah.
Something happened in
Huh.
the blood work that they did at the hospital showed that my glucose was up. So
Crazy.
my
It's
doctor,
a
the
lot.
internal medicine guy, is gonna run a full panel. I'm sure he's gonna test
Mhm.
for everything under the fucking
Mhm.
sun because that's what he
Mhm.
does.
Mhm.
Which I appreciate. Hey, if
Yeah,
he can get the insurance to pay for it, then yeah, dude, go to bat. Let's go.
that's what you need right now. You need
Yeah,
just a full
exactly.
panel.
Well, we've been together for 20 years.
Yeah.
He's been my doctor for literally 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's
That's what you
you
need.
know and he has a gay sister, and he doesn't tell me about his personal life, but he'll say, yeah, oh, my sister's gay, because when I go to the doctor, Laura goes with me, and when she goes to the doctor, I go with her. And unless it's like something routine,
Right.
if I'm sick, if I
Yeah.
feel sick, like I'm taking her with me,
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
won't remember it. Number one, head trauma,
Okay.
hello.
Yeah. Safety
Roller
net.
derby was a great fucking idea, but then,
Yeah.
your head takes
Safety
a
net.
hitting. Um, but, you know, it besides all of that, I probably wouldn't remember to tell
Uh-huh.
her. I would tell her wrong, or I would miss things.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
You tell
ADD,
her
for
there.
fuck's sakes.
Right.
I have a 10-second memory.
I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, it's like you got the means of being able to have somebody that's going to help you out and you know, um, have your back. And if you miss something, they'll be able to come through for you and say, "Hey, oh yeah, remember this part? Oh yeah, this is detail
And it'll make it
in this."
easier to talk about solutions easier,
Yeah.
because I won't be having to try to remember everything that I need to tell her, and then we're wasting
Right.
time.
Right. If you're both there, then it's not her getting the
The runaround.
information.
Right.
Well, it's not her getting the information by your recollection. She can
Which is
get
fucked.
right, which is like,
Okay, listen.
here's the Iliad. I'm going to tell it to you in 12 pages. That's all it takes. What? No, no, you don't need all the information. Don't worry about it.
Mm-mm. No, I
Uh,
have the memory of a Pop-Tart.
yeah, yeah. With with rainbow sprinkles on it. Um, I mean, it's great. I really am glad that you have that weight off of you in regards to the what the fuck do I do now with lymphoma. Um, I mean, yeah, you did. You got you got everything about you around you and ready, and you're like, I'm gonna attack it, I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna make sure I give it the best fight possible, which can't do anything but applaud and be proud of you for that and just highly inspirational with that. There was really no hesitation in anything you did in regards to just the possibility of being cancer and then the lymphoma being the name of it. But then now uh, with the sarcosis, I think that's what it is. Uh,
Sarcoidosis is
sarcoidosis. God damn it, I'm so close.
but you said sarcosis, and I'm like, wait, that sounds a real close to psychosis, and no
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, I was gonna say that's the swelling of your psychosis. Yeah, I think that that's something that you're you're still in the mindset of doing the best you can with it, and that's really all you can do. But yeah, you can't let that win either, even though it's possibly swelling your bone marrow.
Right.
Still don't know
I'm
what the
like,
fuck
well,
to do
they're
about
pretty.
that.
Well, I need to up my calcium intake because
Yeah, I don't
my
know.
bones are going to
Yeah,
have to battle something here.
yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know what positive vibes you can do to keep your bone marrow from swelling
I
or
don't,
how the fuck that works.
there's a fine line between, like what calcium you're deficient in and what calcium you need, you
Yeah,
know?
you just go ahead and get metal rods and posting them in.
Titanium, please.
Yeah, putting them on your bones just to fucking reinforce it,
And they be
please.
pink.
I'm sure they could do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, it's
I'm going to need
inside
a nice
or
rose
whatever.
gold.
Yeah. Hey everyone, it's the dude. And I don't know if you picked it up on previous episodes, but I'm learning another language, and I have to admit, I suck at it. I've been trying to do it for years, and I suck at it. And maybe you do too. I don't know. I don't know how you are. Maybe you're even thinking about learning a new language. Cool. Let me tell you about PIMSLEUR. They are a solid learning option that you should really look into if you're trying to brush up on a language, learn a new language, or whatever your language journey is. I use Pimsleur. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't use it and didn't think it was pretty awesome. You can learn at your own pace. The audio lessons are about 30 minutes, and you have flashcards and timed uh, little speed rounds, whatever floats your boat as far as being able to get you to learn the language. You're doing it on your own pace. But the way that Pimsleur does it with these lessons that you can do at least once a day, they're great. You're bound to get results. And that's why you can go on our website, The Dinosaur and the Dude, scroll down to the bottom, whatever page you're on, scroll down to the bottom, look for the Pimsleur link, click on that, and get a week for free. Yes, an entire week of Pimsleur for free. You start using that, you're going to start learning the language. And you're probably going to get it confident enough to start speaking it within 30 days. So take it from me. I use it. I love it. I wouldn't be recommending it. Use our affiliate link on The Dinosaur and the Dude. Click on that link. Get a week for free of Pimsleur. Start learning the language you've been screwing around and not trying to learn the right way. Start learning it and get going speaking another language. All right, that was it. Do it. TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Click on the link, get a week free. If you don't, you're absolutely nuts. Now back to the episode. All right, well, cool.
Yeah. So now, how are your elders? They're back at
My
home.
yeah, yeah. So
Was that a transition?
yeah, I felt like I was going through a transition. I think that it was a weird time, and I mean, I had a great time because of like what I was saying in previous episodes my journey with heightening my focus and really going through that exercise with it. It was a weird time for them because they're so fish out of water for other things outside of their it to say comfort zone is putting it really mildly. Like it's almost like outside of their daily environment, they don't know what the fuck to do. It's a bizarre thing to
Is that
witness.
getting worse?
No, now that they're back in the house, it's more of a familiarity. It's more of a thing. It's interesting though how much, and I'm also speaking about things for myself. It's interesting how much of your environment plays in your habitual um, activities. So, when I was in the room by myself, I really got into this. I'm going to do this, focus, burn. And I felt like I was able to do that because I was in an environment that I was taken out of the environment of things that I normally had around me that would basically distract me from doing. It's like nothing that I was doing in that hotel room was something I couldn't do in my own home office. It was
Right.
just I didn't have all the stuff around me.
Distractions.
Yeah, I didn't have the Roku, and I didn't have my computer to my desktop, so I can, if I want to, oh, now I'm gonna give myself a break and, play an MMO, and 3 hours later, oh shit, let me go back to doing the thing I was doing. I didn't have all that stuff, so it was more of a dedication to focus, and also the environment really helped. I feel like coming back though is now really fighting those subliminal urges to fall back into habitual routines, and so finding that that discipline to stick to what I grabbed onto in the hotel has really been something that I've been noticing I have to do. Whereas for them, uh, they're quite content of going back to turning on Family Feud, even though nobody's watching it. But just it is time for it to be on, so let me turn it on, and then I'll move around the house and do other things. But I at least have this sound of what should be on at this time because it is that time. So this should be on. It's a very interesting thing to look at. But other than that, yeah, doing they're they're doing their typical elding.
They're elding.
Yeah,
My
they're
mom is
doing.
doing good too. I mean,
Yeah, good. That's
I
good.
mean,
I mean, they have their ups and downs and everything, but as long as they're
every
doing
day.
their thing,
I
I
think
can't.
she's struggling more,
Yeah.
but I've been talking to a social worker,
Uh huh.
and we're going to be getting some pricing for assisted living.
Uh huh.
So she may go to assisted living.
I mean,
It would be better, honestly, if she would, because there would be help right there if she needed it. They would be
right.
doing her meds. They would
Yo,
be doing her meals. She would
absolutely.
still have her own space. She could socialize with other people if she wanted to, and if she didn't,
Yeah.
she could stay in her place.
Yeah. It's interesting because while I was in the hotel, I I never went up to this person and asked them directly, and I didn't ask the staff either. But I'm pretty sure that the one of the people that was on the floor there, they were doing that,
Oh,
and because it was a long-term stay location,
mhm,
I feel like she was doing that. Like some of her family members would come and visit her in the lobby, and they would sit around the tables and all that kind of shit.
mhm.
And but she was in her room. She always had a do not disturb sign. You could tell she had been there for a bit because she had access to the housekeeping closet.
Mhm.
She would just go from her room and go right in there and get the shit she needs and go back in her room.
Right.
She had her own vacuum cleaner and everything. It's like that. She I don't know
Right,
how it
because
was worked out, but she
you
had a
have to
sleep.
if it was a health thing, she probably didn't need to get sick, you know?
Right,
Like, she could
right,
get
yeah.
germs from somebody, and the more people that you have touching stuff, the higher your chance is.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
but I
have to
mean,
be careful because I'm on steroids.
right. I mean, but she never wore a mask or anything, and she would be around
Oh,
other people in the
got it.
lobby, but her family would come and visit her in the lobby.
You think that she was kinda using it as an assisted living home?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was like it's a long-term stay, so she probably was doing that, uh, or just checking it out, trying it out, or whatever. Maybe I don't know. Maybe she was having a lot of stuff going on at her place, like they're selling it, and I didn't ask, but it was just really,
Sure.
really interesting that you just could tell that this person had been there for a while, a while. I mean, we were almost there for a better part of a month, but a while. And for her to be able to have access to the hospitality, the housekeeping office, yeah,
Right.
you got to have some sort of rapport with management to be able to do that.
Or know somebody, like, you stay in
You,
there because you family, and you got
Yeah,
to take care of them.
yeah, right. I mean, maybe that was the case. Maybe her family owns it, and she's like, "Hey, you want to stay in the suite? We can set you
Right.
up." And we, that kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, then even better because, hey, it's great to have set up. But I, being in the situation that I'm in right now, I have done nothing but advocate for people to find senior living. You don't want to do it. Fuck that. I mean, whatever ties you might have to a family member, you really don't want to be the one that's doing it.
That's doing
Yeah,
what?
that's like taking care of them, um,
Oh,
figuring out,
yeah.
minding the meds, figuring out the meds. If they are physically and mentally capable, and it's just a matter of, hey, you know what, for your well-being, minimizing space and getting into a more of an assisted living program, that's way better than dropping your shit and trying to do it with and for them, because when shit goes slightly more sideways later on, that's like you're constantly going to be adjusting your ability, means in life to do things, um as it progresses in whatever ways, and that's the thing, you don't know. So those facilities, yeah, I hope you all find one that your mom will enjoy, and that you'll feel good about her being in, and then that all works out.
Yeah. I mean, she'll be involved in,
Yeah,
on where she goes. I mean, it's not like she's just non-responsive.
yeah,
Like she
yeah,
wants to live a life. She's just not right
yeah.
now.
She wants it.
And that
You
sucks
want
for
her
her. I
full
hate
buy-in.
it.
Yeah, you want her full buy-in on it. Of course, you don't want to just feel like she's being dumped off somewhere. But
Right.
you want it to be to where she can. It's manageable for her,
Mhm.
and it's great. Like some people just feel like they can do things as do things as normal and stay in the same place and everything, but things change, and if it gets overwhelming, then you want to have those options where you can, like, hey, you know what, let me downsize and minimize my shit so that it's a little bit more digestible and functional for me. And if that's what works, that's what works.
Right.
All right, well, you
So
want to
you
talk
were
about,
supposed to send me a link.
yeah, not yeah, no, after the episode,
Oh,
after
okay. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. After the episode, we could talk about it in another episode. But it was just something, an off pod kind of thing related to what you were saying that I thought you would find interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but hey, let's talk about a little bit more about since this is a
Aliens.
hot take episode. No, we're going to talk a little bit more about cancer. Um,
Oh, okay.
have you heard about Glynn Simmons?
No, but I'm going there right now.
I've been sitting on this one for a month. So you want me to read it now, or
Yeah. Yeah,
you want to
but do source wherever you're getting it.
yeah, you want me to link it to you?
Yeah, I'd love to review this
Okay.
live. Yes,
Okay.
this will be fun.
Okay. Um so
Are
this
you
is
going
going
to
to be
send it to my email?
no, I'm just going to text it to you. Or do you
Okay.
want me to email it to you?
I'll email it to me.
Email it to you?
I said once I get it, I'll email it to me. I don't have any issue with that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll email it to you. That's no problem. I can
Okay.
do it right
I
now.
mean, if you
Yeah.
want, that's fine.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're good. We're
I
good.
mean, whatever. I'm
It's
just
fucking
saying.
technology. It's fucking technology. It's like, hey, you want it this way? You want it that way? You want this? Oh, I like it.
Right. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. Just can you mail it to
Yeah.
me?
Right. All right. 3 days later, got the link in the box. Thanks for mailing it. Postage sucks. I know.
Hey guys, it's the Dinosaur. I wanted to share with you a collaboration that we have with HEADSPACE. It's a service that we can all use. I am confident in saying that 100%. Things are so stressful in today's world with home, stress, work stress, just general life stress. It's exhausting, and we need as much help as we can get. Headspace has our back with tools to help us. It helps me fall asleep. It helps my wife with meditation. We can find exercises to help us relax through meditation, or they even have some that are physical exercises that you can do. They have inspiring stories, which are awesome because everybody could use an uplift, and they also help us focus. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and click on links and sponsors. From there, you can unlock everything that the app has to offer for 7 days. That's for free. You get it for free for 7 days. Show yourself some love and treat your head right with Headspace.
Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck yes. Look at you.
What's going on, kiddo?
Look at you, you sexy motherfucker.
Hey, did you say
Hey.
sexy motherfucker?
I said, yeah, look at you, you sexy motherfucker.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I've been eating better. Okay, hello.
Steroids got you looking good.
Yeah, absolute swole.
Yeah, right. You're attracted to someone that buys steroids. I like the
I lifted a weight today.
steroids. Okay,
Just the
so
one.
yeah, right. Yeah, they're big. They're huge. They're these huge oblong ovals. They look like. Hey, are you sure I should be taking this from my mouth? Because this looks like a suppository. Is this supposed to be in my mouth? This is in my mouth.
Are you
Okay.
talking about the lozenges?
No, the steroids. They're always big
Oh,
and
okay. Right.
huge and
Yes.
fucking.
Yeah. But I just looked down and I opened up this lozenge
Well,
and
lozenges
I'm
too.
like,
Lozenges also.
oh,
Yeah, lozenges
yeah,
also.
I got to be careful that I know where it's at in my mouth
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I've gotten it
Hey.
stuck.
Okay. Yeah. It would get
I should
stuck.
probably chew it. I
No.
should probably chew
No.
it.
No. You gotta suck on it because that helps. That's the whole
I got to
lozenge
break it up
part.
though.
It's gotta ooze down your throat. Oh, lozenge ASMR.
Yes.
I'm
We have
talking.
cornered a market in the internet.
Right. Odd, weird, and unnecessary ASMR. That's our
Am I
corner.
dancing in my chair? Yes,
That's
I
our corner.
am.
All right, well,
Okay.
dance no more because
So you
here's
said
the
the link,
story
the
of.
link, the link.
Yeah, I
Let me
did.
get
I
this.
emailed it to you. So
Yeah,
here's.
no, I see that this is from The Guardian. Are we
Yep.
taking this as truth?
Yeah, it's truth. I've seen it on other resources. I just happened to open it on this one. So Glynn Simmons, I've been sitting on this story for a bit, and
Oh, my man.
yeah, well, this dude is the longest wrongfully imprisoned person in the U.S. If you haven't heard the story about Glynn Simmons, it's one that is it's no bit of this story does it that won't have you saying what the fuck in some capacity. Okay,
Ugh.
I'll start from the top.
Okay.
Uh, Glenn Simmons is a man that spent 48 years in prison for a murder, and he's just now been declared innocent. He's
It's
been
been a
in
long
prison.
time.
Yeah, he's been in prison since 1974. Okay, so
Damn.
Glenn,
How
like I said,
rich is he? He about to get real rich.
hold that thought. Just put a pin right there. We're gonna go back to that for fucking sure. So longest wrongfully imprisoned person in the U.S. For murder in 1974. He is always denied committing and has now won a rare ruling declaring him to be actually innocent of the crime. Um, his conviction was dismissed in July, this last July, after a judge in Oklahoma determined that the prosecutors withheld some evidence in the case, including a police report that documented how a witness may have identified alternate suspects. So now Glenn here, he is you could do the math to, get the spoiler out of it, but he's 71 right now, okay?
Ugh.
And he's
Oh
71,
God.
free from prison, and the state prosecutor later said that they won't retry him in the case because there was no longer any physical evidence. Like the fact that there was the thought of possibly
Right?
retrying him. Oh fuck,
Damn.
he got out. Okay, we got to retry him then. Nah, there's no more physical evidence. There's no longer. Okay, well, fuck it. He's 70. Okay, fuck it. Let him
Well, I
go.
gotta
I
say
mean,
though,
he's
he's
71.
laughing in their faces, because I'm sitting here looking at this
The
man.
picture, yeah. Uh-huh.
He looks good for being
It
in
looks,
prison for
yeah.
fucking how long?
I
He
mean,
looks fucking good.
prison's taking care of him. He's, nonetheless, despite all of that, authorities have stopped short of formally recognizing that Simmons had not actually been involved in the killing that sent him away to prison for more than 48 years. And by more than 48 years, it's been like 48 years and 18 days. And so the implication was that Simmons was considered wrongfully imprisoned because of a serious violations of legal procedure rather than because he was innocent. That's the way they're getting that's the way they're presenting it. It's like it's not that we put an innocent person in prison, sorry, not jail, in prison for 48 years.
Mhm.
It is it's some very serious violations in the procedure that allowed him to be released and shown to be not involved, which is
That's
a
kind
bunch
of a
of
dick thing to do,
yeah,
right?
it's a bunch of fuckery, right? So uh,
Good job, guys.
Simmons,
Yes.
subsequently applied for what is known as a finding of actual innocence, and the Oklahoma State judge granted it. And so they go on to say in this, you can find them all over the internet. I'm just reading the one from the Guardian and paraphrasing a lot because I really don't want to get into saying the names of judges and people like that and all that kind of shit. But you can find it is well written and presented by Raymond Antonio Vargas for the Guardian. But like I said, you can find the story throughout the internet. So the finding of actual innocence for Simmons is relatively uncommon in the U.S. You know, justice system, where criminal trials, you know, they aim to determine whether the defendant has to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and defendants do not have to prove themselves innocent to be found not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, here's where we go back to that pin that I was telling you. The ruling, by the judge ruling that this is the case for Simmons. Simmons is now eligible for up to $175,000 in wrongful conviction compensation from the state.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said pin it because we're
I
gonna go back.
hope
Yeah,
I
nope.
hope that this person's attorney is just gonna start whipping ass.
So a lot of people, when I first came across the story, a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's about to get paid. Oh my God, he's gonna get millions. He's gonna get yeah." Look up your state. If you're in prison and you're thinking, "Hey, I'm innocent too. I'm gonna get paid when I get out." Look up your state because your state will. Well, it's kind of redundant to say, but your state will state how much compensation a wrongfully convicted person will get upon release. Doesn't matter how many years you've been in.
Dude, this gets worse and worse.
Yeah,
Fucking
it does.
hell.
I told you it's not gonna get any better. It doesn't matter how long you've been in. It is up to a certain amount. And in Oklahoma, it is topped off at $175,000. So you've been in prison for 48 years, 18 days, coming out at 71. That means you went in at 23
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to be compensated for that time and
Mm-mm.
all of that shit that you went through in prison. $175,000.
Incorrect. Terrible.
Yeah, and so it's through a process. They're seeking damages against the law enforcement and government entities, and that could take years. Also, again, he's 71. So now Simmons is being financially supported and supporting himself through donations on a GoFundMe campaign. And you know what? I figure maybe we'll put that in the description of this episode too, if people want to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
help with this guy
Oh
because
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
because he also has cancer, and that wasn't
He didn't find
discovered.
out until after he got out of
Yeah,
prison.
yeah. So you're celebrating. I'm finally getting free. I've been telling them I've been
What a
innocent
kick in
all
the
this time.
nuts.
You get out, and you get a little wellness, checkup, and you find out, oh yeah, you have cancer too. So thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how he's surviving. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so now again, like this guy, like I said, December 1974, that's when he was convicted of murder of a woman named Carolyn Sue Rogers. I'll go ahead and drop that name, I guess. Who was shot to death during a liquor store robbery in Oklahoma. He he's always said he was in Louisiana at the time of the killing. But in 1975, he and another person, co-defendant Don Roberts, they were both found guilty on the murder and were initially sentenced to death. The
Jesus.
death sentences for Simmons and Roberts were reduced to life sentences in 1977 after key capital punishment related rulings from the U.S. Supreme Court. So let's pause there. So in 1974, this guy, hey, you and your homie here, even though you're all in Louisiana, and you could say that till pigs have wings, you're being charged. Now you're found guilty of this murder, and you are put on death row. So now you're on death row, subject to being executed, and the whole time you're like, but I did not do anything. I
Right.
wasn't even in the same state. I'm about to be put to death at whatever point for something I didn't do. And then
Yeah.
the Supreme Court changed the key capital punishment related ruling. And so after sitting on death row for 2 years, they then get switched to life. Now, Roberts, the other person, he was granted parole in 2008. But Simmons stayed in prison until this past July. So his homie got out, uh, but he stayed in. He had to stay in for what, 15 more years. So yeah,
Hmm.
48 years, 1 month, and 18 days, making him the longest incarcerated person in the U.S. To be exonerated. Data from the National Registry of Exonerations, which I guess we'll put a link in that too. But yeah, this guy,
Poor dude.
I don't know,
God.
I don't know what I would. I can't even put myself in the like, hey, here's what I do, or even in that
Right.
mindset, because
It's a
you're in,
whole nother era.
yeah, well, you're in prison, and prison is a whole nother world, whole nother life, and you're doing 48 plus of that, and for what? Right? You know you're innocent. You've been screaming that
Right.
you're innocent all this time, right?
But it's
But
like you're the only one that's paying attention also.
well, right. Well, the only other person that knows is also in there with you. And was
Oh,
about
right, 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 right.
to be put to death with you. Like the only person that can say no for a fact, we were in another state and nope, you both are going down, and you're both about to get executed. Okay, fine. We can't execute you now. You're both going to be in life. Okay, but we're innocent. You, like, I can't really put myself in a mindset of what I would even remotely be like.
Right? And thank God that we're not.
Yeah, for sure. Because think about like you go into a place in 1974 and you come out, like I said,
Fucking hell.
this is last July, so you come out in 2023. How do you even engage? How do you even
You don't.
relate?
You've missed so much. You've
How do
missed
you, yeah, how do
um
you relate at all? I mean, it's
I
beyond
mean, you
technology.
missed Hammer Pants.
Yeah, it's beyond technology. It's beyond, um, uh, you know, media and pop culture, and
Right.
it's beyond world events. It's like, how do you even relate?
We have cell phones now.
How do you even relate with people? Because the only people you've known for 48 years straight are people that are really institutionalized and in prison.
They're rough. Usually they're rough.
And it's not even like these are really rough people. Like
Right.
like rough is putting it mildly. These are
Like
life.
mentally, physically rough, it's different. It's
Well, I
stress
mean,
handles people in different ways. So these are usually like, they have they think a lot, but they keep it to themselves mostly.
right. I mean, I guess what I'm getting at with that is like you got prisoners and then you got lifers. And I think that some prisoners even refer to that way too. Is like you got people that are going into prison. I'm going to be in prison. I'm in prison. What's your sentence? I got 3 years. I got 5 years. I got 10 years. And then you got
Right.
motherfuckers. Then you got motherfuckers that have a mindset like I'm never getting out. So what are you thinking you're going to say to me or do to me that's I'm really going to give a fuck about? Because I'm not getting out.
Right.
So you have something that you like you got 3 years. Bitch, I've passed 3 years so many times over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
Yeah.
And
It's
he's
not funny. I'm not laughing because I think it's
no, no,
funny.
no, no.
It's just like it's
No,
such a good point.
it's not even me. I mean, I've chuckled at it too a couple of times already because it's like he's with those people because he's serving life. So he's with all other lifers, and that's a different mentality. Like
Yeah.
him getting out is why he looks that way in that picture. Like, yo, the fuck, really?
Yeah.
Like that's a really face. It's on that photo
Yeah. Yeah.
because
I mean,
you're stuck with people that are like, I will I will kill you and I will go right back to sleep. Why?
right.
Because I don't. There's what are you gonna do? You're gonna add more years onto my life sentence? Okay.
Or try
It,
me for this and send me to death. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna rot here anyway. So
Yeah, yeah. This like you're of the mindset. This is where I will be boxed out of. Like so what are you talking about? You know, that how there's nothing you could do or say that's going to be, oh, I better not do this because I don't want to get more time. No, I already got life. So uh, yeah, it's a crazy story. I feel like I'm happy for this guy because he finally got out. It sucks that it's 71 though.
right. And well, he has nothing. That's harder. That's almost harder. That's
And
almost more torture
you
to
went
let
in
him
at
out and then
23.
he has to, yeah, and he's 71. So
Yeah.
he's in a whole nother world. You're dumping him out there with nothing, literally nothing.
Mhm.
He probably couldn't find where to even find people
I mean, yeah, he's
like
got
that he knew. What is he gonna go
yeah,
to the yellow pages or the phone
right,
book? Guess
right,
what, bitch? It don't exist.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
about to blow your fucking mind. Sit down. Here's a keyboard. Start typing. Now hit
yeah,
enter. Enjoy.
yeah.
You know? I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, you're right. And true enough, yeah, some people probably would. They got computers in prison. Yeah, sure they do. Okay, yes, absolutely. But the access is different. The means of which
yes,
you could go about doing things are different. Nothing
yes,
is, the monitoring. Yeah, shit's monitored when you're out.
for
When you're
sure,
out, but
as it
in
should be.
prison, it's a little bit different of monitoring. Like no one's going through your mail. No one's doing this. And sure enough, yeah, absolutely, you've got family out there. I forget if he's got like a I forget if he had a daughter or if I don't know exactly which one. I'm looking up another article right now, but um he has family, that was out there and it's like, oh yeah, finally he's released and they were there for him when he was released. But yo, like even that interaction, like, hey, remember that guy I
Right.
was telling you about that I've been showing you the pictures? Yeah. Well, he's here. Really? Yeah. He's out of prison now. Wow. And I don't care who you are. That that prison stigma is going to be with with him no matter what. And then, top it all off. $175,000.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
That
That's
that
incorrect.
but the it's capped at $175,000.
But there are other
Um,
reasons why he could go after them at this point.
yeah,
There are.
yeah.
It's neglect because he's been in there for 40 fucking years. Uh,
Yeah.
they discovered DNA and then they tweaked it and then they improved it and then they tweaked it again.
Right,
So
right,
there are other, this case could have been revisited and said, hey, you know what? Guess what? We've got this guy in here. Old guy, he's been here for 20 years. Why not just roll the dice and see what happens?
right.
I mean, if they were doing their job,
Man,
then, periodic checks. Yeah,
right.
I get it that they're in life and that there's no possibility of parole, but that doesn't mean you just fucking let them wander around.
Well, here's the Glynn Simmons story, and hopefully, there's some good that comes from it, and he gets his due, he gets better compensation. I don't know, but just wanted people to know that story, and that hey,
I'm glad that you shared it because I would have never seen it.
there's some really, really, really fucked up situations that people are in, and sometimes you need to hear the situations and know, hey, I'm, I'm at least I'm not 48 years coming out of fucking prison.
Right.
Like, think about yourself at 23
Oh God, I can't.
and
So
never
stupid.
and but I mean, think about that. Like,
It
think
hurts
about
too much.
that.
Okay, I'm not ready for that in therapy.
Right, right, right. But think about that and the fact that you're now in a place and you're still in there now. Like you're not of the age that Glenn is at being 71. You would still be in there now,
Right.
wanting to get out and knowing that you're innocent and no one's giving a fuck.
Mm.
That's crazy. Slight downer, but whatever. Hey, check the laws. It's a lot of people out there. They get fucked about. Psst. Hey, yo, hey, over here. It's me, the dude. Check it out. Um, this season we're gonna be doing something amazing, and by we I mean Dinosaur doesn't even know this. That's how secret this is. All right, we're gonna be doing a contest, and we're gonna be awarding people discounts to our merchandise throughout the season. At certain points in various episodes, maybe even some episodes from season one, but definitely season two episodes, we'll be using and having secret words that we are letting people know in the episode. Now, at certain points on our website, we will be having a question that only can be answered by the secret word. If you can find that secret word, the first person to get back to us with that secret word that's the answer to the question, you'll get a discount, a special discount to our merchandise, and maybe even access to some select products that we don't even offer everybody else. So stay attentive during every episode. Try and jot down what you think is going to be the secret word. And then as we post the questions, be the first one to give us the correct answer, and we'll be sure to make sure you get that discount you want. Now, we'll be doing it several times throughout the season, and that's going to be 52 weeks. So it's a whole year, right? But throughout that year, maybe quarterly, haven't really thought it through, but maybe quarterly, we'll have, okay, the contest is up for this quarter, the contest is up, and then at the end of the year, we'll have a, grand prize kind of thing. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's even you're coming on the show and being interviewed by us. Who knows? In any case, look forward to it. Stay listening to episodes. Jot down what you might think is a secret word. And when we get down to this question, maybe you have the answer. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have to listen to different episodes to figure it out. Who knows? Anyway, it's going to be super fun. Feel free to hit us up with whatever answer you think it might be, right or wrong. And yeah, thanks. Thanks as always for listening to The Dinosaur and the Dude. Remember to always stay on top of the website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, for all the latest about what we have going on, social media, episodes, and merchandise. Don't forget our sponsors and affiliates. Click on them too, because they're good people. All right. Check y'all later. Bye. Okay. All right. So we're going to end it on a happy note.
Okay.
We're going to end it on a happy note. And, most of the time, it's a happy, confusing note. It's time. We haven't done it in a while.
Oh, God.
It's time for some Q-Spot.
Yes.
Okay.
Click that mouse.
You pick the category and I'll spin and throw it out.
Okay. Let me go there because I got to see which ones are ours.
We have LGBTQ, cannabis, personal experiences, mental health, senior citizens experience in life, technology, and language. I don't know why the fuck we got those last four, but whatever. So the top four is usually the best talking points.
Okay, cannabis. Go for it.
All right, here we go. Cannabis. Click on cannabis, and now scroll. 3, 1.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna scroll too.
1, 2, 3. Oh man, dude, the selection I got on my 3 spin is kind of okay. Here's the one I got.
I got one too. Go ahead.
Okay. Has anyone had this feeling? It's supposed to be there, but I'm going to read it the way people write it. Has anyone had this feeling that my throat felt like it was going to tear off? I mean, that it was going to tear after I took marijuana. I'm so scared. I feel like I can't talk anymore. I feel so bad. And so somebody responds, did you smoke or vape? Both methods may irritate or burn your throat. Dry mouth may compound. On top of this, my recommendation is to withhold from talking or mouth breathing. Breathe through your nose and take frequent small sips of water. Should help with irritation. Tearing your throat tearing?
So my theory is a little not theory, but my way of remedying that, because it happens. I mean, if you're ripping a pipe, you're
by the way,
sucking in.
Whatever you say, I'm about to type it in as our comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Our remedy.
What I was gonna say is fucking hell. in order to make your throat not feel burned and raw,
Mm-hmm.
like you've just been
Why haven't we done this before? Answering live.
skull fucked.
Right. Okay. Our remedy.
Okay. Lozenge, a natural lozenge,
Mm-hmm.
one that has echinacea or honey and
Mm-hmm.
lemon, and just be really good to yourself and get some good quality. It's not just about your pipe. It's not just about your smoke. It's not just about where you're at, but it's about how you take care of yourself while you're in it. That's when you
Okay.
can start picking it apart.
Okay.
So just take care of you and set yourself up for a good session.
Okay.
You
Spot,
get
how
the
you take care of
throat
yourself during the
lozenges,
session?
you get the tea. Get a
Uh-huh.
tea. If you want to be hyper, get a caffeinated tea, but make it a hot tea.
Is
It'll
that
help.
is that kind of bougie though? Like if
Well,
you're
I
doing
mean,
like straight up, if you're doing a hot tea while smoking weed, is that like next level? Is
okay,
that too
maybe,
sophisticated?
but listen, okay, I'm not
Yeah.
proper. Hello. Gravy
Yeah.
runs through my veins. I am Southern, my whole family.
Yeah, but is that
But if
too
that makes me bougie,
sophisticated?
then yes, I am. Very
Yeah.
fucking fancy.
That sounds too sophisticated to be doing it in the garage.
But so where I see the
But good
difference in
point.
sophistication is when you either smoke it like in a joint
Hmm.
or smoke it um like in a pipe
Yeah, I was gonna say like a glass
versus
pipe.
a bong
Yeah. Yeah.
versus a vaporizer.
It's gonna hit different.
Right.
Hmm.
So, and actually smoking it is pulling carcinogens into your lungs. So
Right.
yeah, that's gonna be where it's gonna hurt your throat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
prefer gummies,
Uh-huh.
um, just because it works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I put in somewhere or another, it all burns. Maybe try gummies
word. True.
there. And then I'm gonna put after that, dash dash dash, the dinosaur.
hmm Um,
Awesome.
is marijuana mentioned in the Bible?
Please tell. Please proceed. Oh, here we go.
um, this guy Greg,
Yeah. Oh, look at
he
you.
wanted to know if marijuana was mentioned in the Bible,
Hmm.
and he's not really sure because they could have named it something
Hmm.
different
Hmm.
way back then.
Hmm.
Um,
God, what would it?
it says the girls may have had something. They had aphrodisiacs.
Okay.
Okay, and then it gives the Bible verse Genesis 30:16.
Uh-huh.
And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to him and said, "Thou must come in unto me, for
Okay.
surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes." What the fuck is this English? And he lay with her that night. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but it could have been skipped. I mean, I don't know what that means.
No,
give me,
oh God,
give me,
why did
come
you
on.
that Bible verse?
Okay, give me a highlighter. I will start highlighting things I need to address.
Why have we never read Bible verses together?
I don't know, but we need to.
Oh my
We need to do
God.
we can turn this into an obscure
Oh my
Bible
God. Just
study.
just you say, is this English?
No, I still have no idea what's happening here. Something about mandrakes. I don't even know what that is.
Just the fact of you reading it, like, come to me in these mandrakes, like, I don't even know what's happening right now. I'm
It's a
pretty
theater
sure
of the
this.
mind.
I'm pretty sure this is not weed. No one is doing this. This is too much planning. You, you're
Well,
inviting
this
people
person
over.
says Jacob and Leah and Jacob and Zilpah. I guess those aphrodisiacs work, meaning like he sure has been around. And he says, I wonder if they work like meth.
That's such a joke. Hey, did they have weed in the Bible? I wonder if it worked like meth, sir. That's two different. That's two different. That's two different takes. That's two different
Yeah,
things.
it's like Skid Row, but like the desert.
Yeah. Like what? Yeah, I bet it worked like meth. I bet
Mm.
no, meth it never worked like weed. What are you talking about? How does it's if your weed works like meth, you're doing the weed wrong. That's not weed. Stop it. That's not weed that you're trying for. That's hilarious. To follow up with, I bet it works like meth. Just that example, that Bible verse example. All right, what's the next one? Fucking Q-Spot.
The do you want more of this guy?
Wait, there's
Greg, I'm
more?
sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
There's more?
Oh my. Anyway, oh, that's a follow. We're gonna
Okay,
follow
all
him.
right.
We're just
I'm
gonna
gonna
see where his little journey takes us.
so
um, how many grams in a $20
uh,
bag of weed?
okay.
Are you fucking kidding me? You can't. Right. It's gonna vary.
Hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
No, no, you're fine.
Um, there was one up here that I saw, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be legit. And then I was wandering around, and then
Yeah, yeah. No, it
I saw
happens.
where
It's
I
Q-Spot.
was.
It happens.
Yeah, that tripped me up. Oh, what do people who smoke marijuana want?
The marijuana?
Weed.
I was gonna say, is that a trick question? Am I supposed to use another word for it? Like, what do the people smoking
Well,
marijuana
no, I
want?
mean, we want to be gifted a marijuana farm on some island out in the middle of nowhere
What do
that
they
has banging business. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
was like, what do they
But
want? Well, I don't want to use the word. I don't want to use the word in the definition of the word. So let me just say, they want weed. They want
probably want
ganja. They want
some
grass.
Doritos,
They
probably
want the devil's lettuce. They want a
lettuce,
side. Yeah, they want a side of Doritos. Probably some pancakes, and
water.
they want
Oh my God, have you ever seen Half Baked?
no.
Please tell me. Are you
Yeah,
fucking kidding me?
no. If I have, I didn't know that's what it was, and it sounds kind of
Okay, I
weird to
need you to
say.
watch that. And I'm
Yeah,
not kidding. I need you
it
to
sounds
watch that.
kind of weird to say. Is that the movie? Wait, is that the movie with the chick on the sofa?
Can you narrow it down?
I'm trying to
It had
remember.
Dave
Like,
Chappelle.
yeah. Well, there was this movie that I watched one time. It was kind of yeah, right.
We'll see
I
if the
know.
internet can find it. Keep talking.
Yeah, the internet will find it. And so there was this movie that I found that I saw one time. And like this guy had a room, and you could only like people could come in, but it was a cell room. It had bars up, and so you can only go so far into the room. But there was this. You get later on into the movie, and you realize that it was a person sleeping on the couch the whole time. They were just wearing the same thing as the pattern of the couch.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, this
and
guy was found on he was on the couch, but and they were like, "Who is that?" They're like,
yeah,
"I thought you knew him." I thought no, I thought you knew him. And he was just the guy on the couch.
yeah. I remember walking in on the movie, and people were trying to describe it to me, and I was like, okay. And I got more frustrated at their attempt to describe it than the movie itself. Um, so yeah,
Well,
let's
watch
see.
Half Baked and we'll talk about it.
Yes.
You better be
All right.
writing that down.
So I've switched over to the always confusing LGBTQ, and
Mhm.
Oh boy, I don't even know where to start. It's like some potential good ones, and then at the same time, it's some where you just know are wrecks from the absolute first two or three words. Uh, oh God, ugh, this one's okay. I'm just gonna read this one because I like the comment. I like the first, and I want to say probably only comment. So this person says, it's a weird thing. This person who also says that they've been an editor of a gay monthly magazine. Right. So I guess that's their qualification thing that they
Mm,
post, right?
okay.
But um, his question is, my homosexual son won't sit and drink a beer with me or come to a ball game with me. I feel cheated and disappointed in not having a son I can bond with. And the person responds, and the other person comments, what's the question mark doing at the end of the second sentence? What's your question? Hilarious. Hilarious. Like yeah, it's like yeah, true. He's just making a statement, but for some reason he put a question mark at the end of there, and it looks ridiculous. I don't know why. Um, yeah, it's man, I just don't. LGBTQ is just kind of weird. Same thing with with the rest of the stuff on Q-Spot because it's like it all boils back down to politics, being an atheist, or trying to figure out how the Bible works for whatever fill in the blank. Let's see. Here's one. Hmm. If you are a man, would you date a bisexual woman?
Mm.
That's a good one. That's a good one to ask. Um,
I don't know. It depends on the situation.
yeah, and by situation, I'm assuming by when you say situation, I'm hearing person. Uh,
No, by just their whole situation. Like, where are they at? Are they,
hmm.
I mean, there's so
Hmm.
many different.
It's so many different variables, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
So it really would just like I would like want to review all of it and then. But I mean,
Hmm.
if we're just talking about one, it just pick one thing that we would be against. What do you think the worst is?
The worst what?
The worst. Fuck me, I just lost it.
No, it's good. Get it back.
Oh, really? I don't know.
What do I think would be the worst, like worst situation in that regard?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, but worse in how so? Like worse. I think.
I mean, probably the absolute worst would be aliens would come down, cornhole them, and then torture them until they die. So
Who?
probably that's the worst.
Cornhole who? You're
The
bisexual.
people, yeah, people that are, yeah, those.
So I think in regards to like, if you were a man, would you date a bisexual woman? I think in relation to the situation, the variables, and the whole lot of things, the situation is kind of different if the situation is different if you find out they're bisexual by way of them cheating on you. Then that
Okay, fair.
then that's a thing of like, wait, what? Okay, but if you know that they're bisexual,
But it's not cheating because it's not a guy.
right? If you know that they're
Right.
bisexual by when you go into the relationship, when you're getting in the relationship and you realize, okay, you're bisexual, I am aware of that. I have processed that, basically, and I've come and I want to be in a relationship with someone, then there's a strong amount of respect you have to have for that person being bisexual, to even state or make the efforts of wanting to be in a relationship with someone that is, and I don't want to make it sound like they have leprosy or anything like that, but it's like you have to realize that here's someone's sexual preference and here's mine, and at these particular points, we're aligned, so to speak, in our sexual desires, but you have some that I can't fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I need to recognize and respect that, or not be in the relationship at all.
Right.
And if you
Right.
can't do that, then again, don't be in the
You're setting
relationship.
yourself up for failure.
Yeah, well, yeah, you well because yeah, definitely. I feel like there's failure either way. Like you're setting yourself up for failure in the sense that you sort of have some sort of agenda of I'm going to change, or I'm going to make this person, I'm going to make this woman love me more, and she'll get out of her bisexual ways. There's people that want to be doing something like that, and again, they end up getting cheated on because this person just has a preference that can't be fulfilled, and either you respect it or they go elsewhere. Um, and that's the same thing. That's it's vice versa to that too. If you can't be respectful of and aware of and you know uh, understanding of your partner's sexual preference, then you need to go into another relationship. You need to just like, look, I thought I could, or I wanted to, or I was hoping I could, but I can't. You got to recognize that
Mm-hmm.
about yourself, but at the same time, don't go into it thinking you can. You know, I'm gonna fuck the bisexual out of you. You're not gonna
Right.
be.
You're not going to change the world, bud.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh my
well,
God. I hate when people go, or no, I don't go out anymore. So
yeah,
people don't say this to me. And if they did, I'd punch them.
yeah,
They'd be like, oh, I could make you change your mind.
yeah. I can fuck you
I'm
straight.
like, you think you could?
Yeah,
Because here's what I think would happen.
yeah,
I think that if you got close to me with that thing, you're going to lose it. So
yeah.
unless you want it to
I
be away from your body permanently, you may want to back the fuck up.
I can fuck you straight. I
Right.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
you absolutely can't. You are welcome to try, but hell no, it won't happen.
yeah, I think that there's a whole bunch of stuff in regards to people, and then you have the people that want to be with a bisexual person so they can, experience that. But I'm talking about like a real relationship. You're wanting to be with someone, um, and by whatever means it is for you, by way of you just love this person and everything about them, and and that part about them about being bisexual, you love and respect that too. Or you have a kink in regards to being with bisexual people. Whatever it is, I think that there's a level of trust and honesty that has to be at the core of your relationship, because some people can be insecure as fuck, and if you're with a woman that she's been with you and she decides also, yeah, I I want to be with a woman now, as well. You either got to be secure with yourself to give her that time, or realize that about yourself, and take an assessment of, do you want to be in that relationship anymore? Because you're not gonna,
You're not going to change them.
yeah, I
You
don't
can't change
see,
who somebody is.
yeah, I don't, if they genuinely are bisexual and not just, on tour kind of, they're not on tour, so to speak, just sort of
They
like,
signed up for service. They're doing
yeah,
5 years
well,
and then they'll
I'm
be
gonna,
out.
try this out for a little bit, see what this is all about. I heard it could be good, but, I'm kind of on the fence about being, but if they genuinely are, the you have to respect the fact that they genuinely are, and just recognize that shit, just recognize that shit.
Mm,
Okay, well,
yeah.
um, good episode.
Yes, very
I,
good.
I think it was. I think it was. Yeah,
He was
I think it
good.
was. I think it was good. We caught up. We talked about the whole situation. We talked about the sarcomas, sarcoidosis. We talked about the staccatas,
Sarkaducci.
the sarcoiducci. We talked about that. Sarcoiducci. We're talking about that. Talking about Glynn Simmons and that 48-year fuckery.
He did look really good for just coming out of prison. I mean,
Dude did some
heck,
moisturizing in prison. I don't know
he
what the serum
did.
was or how they came up with it, but
He
it
he gonna be
worked.
just fine. He gonna find himself a sugar mama.
It works.
Go, and I would do it too.
God damn it. Do you know the amount of fuckery I would be doing 71 years old getting out of prison?
Oh
Like
hell, I'd be doing
I,
laundry. I'd be washing
I would,
floors.
no, fuck
Come
that.
on, you know.
Fuck that. I'd be naked. I'd be on the first nudist beach, whatever the fuck. I got time I gotta make up for. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to put me back into prison for a reason this time. It's not gonna be on it. Well, we got we got testimony from this person that was drunk on the side of a liquor store. No, you're going to know for I'm going to turn myself in. It's going to be that bad. Look, I'm gonna save you time.
Right.
All this shit you about to hear on the news in 30 minutes, I did that. Go ahead and put me
I
inside.
did it.
Go ahead,
It was me.
go ahead and
Go
put
ahead
me
and
in.
type that up. I'll sign
See
it when
all
I get there.
See all
I'm on
that
my
smoke
way.
coming in, all that smoke from downtown right there? That was me.
That was me. My bad.
I fucked that deli up. Let's go. See, what? What? You just turned yourself in? Yeah, man. Yo, I made it for 48 years in 48 hours. Fucked it up.
Right. Like I own this bitch. Okay.
Fucked it
So
up.
pardon me if I don't
God,
get the door myself, you know?
oh man, the amount of time that I would be doing whatever came to mind. And what are you going to do? No, for real. What are you going to do? I mean, you're going to be sitting there at yourself going like, well, I don't know if we should take him to trial. He was already in for 48 years. I think
Right?
we did enough. Ooh. I mean, what do we do? Jesus. We can't really give him 25 years. He's not going to make 25 days. Let's just probation? Yeah, probation. That's pretty much all they can do. The probation at this point.
Right. But I
Fuck.
mean, why would they?
Right,
He
right.
didn't, I mean, he didn't do anything.
Like, who's prosecuting this case? He can do whatever
Right.
he wants. Who's prosecuting him now? Good luck.
Right.
No one wants that stink. Yo,
No, exactly.
that's Glynn Simmons. Oh shit. Can we
You
just
would, you know what? Just give him the bathroom, y'all. Everybody out.
oh can we just give him a warning? Like, hey man, don't
No,
do it
hell no.
again. We don't want to. We
At least give him dinner if you about to fuck him.
everybody wants to be a good guy now to him. No one wants to be the bad. There's enough bad people
Right.
already. Nobody
And
was.
now then they're like, hey,
Mm,
let's see if we can try him.
I love
What?
Glenn. I'm gonna let him go. Just,
No. I'm
I
getting
would
a
just,
shirt made.
I would just be speeding through town, left. I'll just fuck a school zone. I would just be in everything, and
Probably
and
wouldn't know how to tell what a school zone was
and
nowadays. I mean,
and I'd look at the cops. I'd look at the cops like, "Go ahead, pull me over." Oh, fuck that. That's Glenn Simmons. Never mind.
never mind, let him go.
Nope.
It's fine.
I am not going to be the person that puts him back in. No. Nope. Mm-mm. No. 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 And he's got
Yeah.
cancer. No. Let that dude do whatever the hell he wants to do forever. And he's coming out $175,000. No. 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 No.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, there's that. There's the
That
episode.
was fun.
There's us. And we thank you for listening. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for continuing listening. For those that continue listening to us, we really appreciate it. You know, everybody out there, remember, remember, remember.
Mm-hmm.
All the guys and gals, dudes, dudettes.
Do that.
Yeah, dudettes. Yeah, hoes, gigolos,
Mm.
motherfuckers, and fatherfuckers. Love yourself hard with
Hard.
lotion
Mm.
because we love you and we want you
Love
to come
you.
back
Yeah.
and you know, go out, do something for yourself, be as selfish as you can because you want to love yourself.
Hard.
With lotion. But if you don't have any
Mm-hmm.
lotion because times are tough and you're like, look, I'd rather put
Spit
that on
on
my
it.
yeah, I'd rather put that on my elbows. We understand. We
Well,
understand. No judgment. All right. And for everything else, don't ever forget this is the dinosaur and the dude. And if you haven't figured it out by now, we're the only podcast in the whole motherfucking world with the shittiest audio, but the most amazing content. And she is the dinosaur.
That is me.
And I'm the motherfucking dude. So thanks again. Check us out, dinosaur&thedude.com.
Do it.
All the stuff, get all the merch, check out our past episodes, be ready for our future episode.
Send us a message. It can be about anything.
Send us a message.
Like you could just put the word fart.
Check out the
in
survey.
there, and that would be great.
Check out the survey on the last episode as the question is out there. What do you think the guy that was missing for 30 years was doing? Was he a time traveler? Was he abducted by aliens? Is he a dimensional being? Or did he just have another family that got tired of his ass and dropped him off at his first family? All right, everyone.
Who knows?
Thanks, lady. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you so much.
Love you, and go.
I love you too.
Bump gums with your wife.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.